Greetings, Internet. Welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be episode 7 of my playthrough of Fields of Fire Mission 1, which is in Normandy, and we're doing, well, game turn 7. Um, just from the housekeeping point of view, if you could hit the like when you've either watched the video and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and any comments will be much appreciated. When we get down to the map, we'll discuss what the situation is and what's going on. And then at the end of the turn, we'll have my little blurb and say, make a turn evaluation. But let's do it. Let's go down to the map. Okay, so here we are. Turn 7, 4 to go. Let's have a quick recap. So I'm limited by these two cards here because minefield being in this hex card and in this card. So first platoon is here, second platoon here, and then also expanded out. So that is row 1 cleared. Row 2 is actually cleared as well. Okay, there's no PC markers on any of those cards. So, however, we need to progress beyond that, and this is where it gets tricky. So this here is objective 1. Okay, so there's a pinned German on there, little team. There's a full rifle squad on objective 2, and then we've got quite a bit of, we've got a German heavy machine gun and a squad with an LMG pouring fire onto this card here. So we need, and we managed to deal with the German up here with some phosphorus. So this guy I should have removed. He's outside the area of the engagement, so he's actually removed now. So let's delete him, can't we? Yeah, he was in this area. He pulled back and he's left the operation. He won't be coming back. Okay, so we need to get onto these two cards and secure them. I'm probably not going to go onto this card here. So, because this is the attack point, and I'm going to attack from there to there. The bunker limits the heavy machine gun to fire on here. It will not be able to fire on here. It's only got its cover arc along into this card. However, this squad will have something to say about me going into here. And obviously this squad will as well. Obviously this card's still got its objective card, its potential contact, and so is this one, which is underneath. There we go. So we've got to clear those two as well. Hopefully that won't put any more enemy onto there. We don't actually have to deal with these two cards. Doesn't mean we won't, because they're worth experience points, but the primary is to obviously secure those two there. Okay, so that's a brief synopsis of what is going on. We'll go through the sequence again. Well, we have to do it every turn. So we have the friendly higher HQ event phase. So we've got to draw a card from here and see if there's a little radio symbol in the bottom. And there is. So we have our first HQ event. All right, so this is where I draw a D10. Make sure I'm on the right mission. Yes. So let me actually bring that up. Okay, so this is the first part. Oops, right, there we go. So I've got options there, and it's turn 7 to 10. So I've got to look at that 1, 2, 3. I could have to do a situation report. It could be comms trouble. It could be artillery being displaced. I haven't got my artillery for the turn. So there's various options there. If you want to pause the screen, you can read through those. But I'm going to scroll back and draw my card and see which one I've got. So I'm looking under the number 10, and I've got 10. So what's that? 8 to 10. Ammo resupply. Place 4 ammo. Place 4 of any one type of ammo on any card of your choice on row 1. Well, I have a machine gun that's out of ammo on row 1. Look at that. Hello, I'm out of ammo. Oh, you know what? let's give him some ammo. Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? That has come in useful. At least he hasn't stripped me of any commands, which was normally what you get. So it's 4 ammo he's got. There we go. Stick it under the counter. Stick the counter on top there. And we'll move the ammo. Let's just delete that for the time being. Right, okay. So, something going my way. Right, friendly command phase. Battalion HQ automatically contacts the company HQ and says, right, where is the company HQ? Is he over here? There he is. I'll activate him. Boom. That's automatic as long as the battalion HQ has got contact with the company HQ, which he has. So we have the CO HQ impulse. That's where we draw a card. And remembering he's green, so whatever number he gets, he's going to be -1 in that. So he gets 4, which becomes 3. And he has got 1 all at stake, so he's now got 4 commands. Okay. So I'm still going to limit myself to first platoon and second platoon. Activating those. Now, let's double check, make sure that they are in contact. So he's here. First platoon is here, so that's an automatic telephone link. There's no gap between. And second platoon is over here. So, yeah, they're both in telephone communication. Right, so we'll flip those. And there's second platoon. Third platoon will keep under initiative. I can't activate that, they're no longer there. So that leaves him with 2 commands left. Okay, is there anything else we need him to do? Not really. I'm keeping third platoon in reserve at the present moment. So the answer is no. We will save those just in case we get a lousy draw next time. So let me flip that over. Right. So platoon HQ impulse. So we'll start with first platoon, and we'll draw a card. He gets 2, which goes down for 1 because he's green and he's already got 1, so that puts him back on 2. That's not great, is it? Okay. I think we need to push up into this village this turn. And I think we're going to do that with the whole platoon that he can activate, which is, oops, he's under cover. So that's everyone that's in the cover with him. 50 cal's not part of his platoon. So everyone apart from the 50 cal can move forward. And they move into the same location, so we'll move them into this building. So we'll put the building at the top, and right, the bazooka's got 1 ammo left. It's not great, is it? But there we go. Goes there. Now this takes his 2 orders. Okay, so we're going to move the casualty. He's in the building. In fact, everything's in the building on this one. So at the present moment, fire team and a couple of the squads from first platoon. Now, as he's doing this, can he drop wire, or is that a separate command? I better double check. Yeah, it's all there in the rules. You automatically, as a unit, you get to lay the line. So he's the first platoon. There he goes. He's got a bit of telephone wire with him. Oops. And he leaves it in there. So now the company HQ is connected with his telephone from there, through that phone line there, to the first platoon, maintaining telephone communications. Okay. Yeah, the LMG couldn't move forward, even though it's part of that platoon, because he wasn't in the same location. All right. So, and that's the 2 orders he's had, and that's all he's got. So we've got to wait to get some personal initiative to do any more with first platoon at the present moment. So we'll 2 orders. He's now completed. Second platoon. Draw a card. Oh man, these command draws are chronic. They're killing me. He gets 1 because he's green. That is bleeming useless. Oh, dear, oh dear, oh dear. So you can't even move the whole platoon up. That would have been useful to get them there. 1 command. Sorry, the 50 cal's still in the building there. Last time I saved it. Is it worth doing that? No, he will order a squad forward and move them into there. And they get marked. Oh, that's a good point. Marked exposed. Yeah, I know. I marked all these guys exposed as well, shouldn't I? There we go. Put that there. Mark him exposed. Which is those 2. And mark them exposed. So we are exposed all over the place. Right. That I really need some command cards to come up and help me here. That's him done. Okay, 3rd platoon then. Well, he wasn't activated, so we're going into platoon HQ initiative impulse. Okay, he'll draw a card. That 5 would have been useful 1 card ago. Okay, so he gets 3. Down 1 for being green is 2. Remember, he's out. He's not being initiative, so he uses a smaller number. So he gets 2. He was on 2, so he's now got 4. You know what? I might actually move him up. Spend 2 of those, move them up into the building here. Sorry, into the cover. So let's do that. So he does a platoon order and marks all of these as exposed. Okay. Put the wire out of the way. Mark all these guys as exposed. The heavy machine gun didn't, because the 50 cal we allocated to his platoon. So he's now caught up. So technically I don't need that wire there anymore because it'll go straight through, because he's also got a telephone, but there we go. All right, so that just leaves the CO and the Jeep back over there. All right, so that took 2 orders. So he's now in the same location as the heavy machine gun. Definitely can't see the Germans over here because we've got a border there and a border there, so he can't see there. If he was on a hill, then he could. I'm definitely not moving him into the farm there. No point. So no, we will save the 2 orders he's got remaining. Okay, so he's down there. Right, so that's all my HQ's gone. We're now onto general initiative. I get 2. Again, it's that little number underneath. I get 2, so that's not too bad. Okay. what do we want to do with that too? We've got fire incoming onto this card from LMG. German is still pinned there. We could try and infiltrate with the assault team. But they'll be put under fire. Ah, good point. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, as soon as we came onto this card with the platoon, the units open up and fire. It's automatic. I've got no control over it. So if you were screaming at the screen, why aren't you firing there? There you go. That's why I wasn't firing, because I forgot. Yeah, it's an automatic PDF. So let's place PDF from there to there. And I mean, it could be from there to there, but that's, oh, he's unspotted, so I can't actually bring it on there. That's a damn good point. So it's automatic to there. Why do I want to fire on there? Oh dear. All right, so that's a volume of fire on there. Place VOF of, we've got automatic fire on there from the machine gun here, which now creates a crossfire situation here. So firing from two directions. Yeah, we haven't spotted here. Well, we need to spot him before we can engage him, don't we? So, so we've done one order, which was, well, have we done one? I can't remember. No, we haven't done one order yet, have we? Ah, that's a good point. Yeah, because I was just correcting, because I was planning to move assault him into there. It's risky. Now, first platoon, has he got a ceasefire? That is a good question. Let me just pause for a second while I check. Okay. Second platoon leader has got some smoke. He's got purple smoke. And purple smoke is ceasefire. So he will use one of the initiatives. Won't do it just yet. First thing we do is we'll try and infiltrate with this assault team into here. So we've got to draw two cards with his line, and we want that little infantryman, like that one. So he has managed to successfully infiltrate there. Okay, so that's useful. Then we will get second platoon leader to pop purple smoke to cease fire. So that will cause all adjacent units adjacent across it. So these guys cease fire and these guys cease fire, because there's a friend, they won't fire into a card with a friendly unit, and these guys haven't yet spotted this German. You just haven't had enough commands to do so. Okay, so that was my two initiatives. One, to get the guy on here. If I'd done it the other way around, pop the purple smoke first, yes, they would have ceased fire, and then they would have started firing again straight away, because there's still a target they can engage. So there is no, now, actually there is. So on here now, this is no longer there, so just delete that. But this is still here affecting the German. The German's not firing back, because he's got, let's just bring the counter up, the A, which is automatic weapons, and P is point blank, which is only on the card he's on. So yeah, he activates that. And of course, we've got to remember, we've got the potential contact B that he could be activated. But at least he infiltrated. So he hasn't got that nasty exposed on him. Okay, that is my initiatives done. So we then move over to the Germans. And then first off, we've determined for them if they have a HQ event. So we're looking again for the one of those. So the Germans do have an HQ event, and we will draw to see what it actually is. 1 to 10, and look at its number 8. Looking at the number 10, there's number 8. Okay, fall back. Move all unpinned units straight back 1 card. Move all unpinned units straight back 1 card. The Germans are pulling out. Now that is fortunate. Okay, all unpinned, so he remains. He falls back, and they fall back 1 card. I better do some checking on that. Make sure I'm not going to diddle the Germans, because that's a big game changer. That makes up for all the lack of orders. But let's double check. Checked. So it says enemy falling back off card are removed from play. So these guys falling back, it says straight back, they're removed from play. These guys who are already off map, so they'll be technically falling back into this card, which I haven't drawn. I don't need to draw it because, well, I suppose I do. That's a good point. Do I need to draw that? Let's just draw it anyway. It's not going to change too much. Just place that there. Flip it. What is that? Was that a wood? It is a wood. Toggle that so it's locked, so it doesn't get away. But they fall out of the bunker. Can't take all the... Ooh, I didn't lock that one. See, that's the problem. If you don't lock the card, that's what it does. Shifts up. So there we go. So it's now locked. They fall back out of the bunker, taking the ammo with them. But yeah, well, they can't take all the ammo because they couldn't carry 6. But there we go anyway. All right, this guy can't move because he's pinned, and this guy can't move because he's pinned. Well, that solved a lot of situations quite quickly, didn't it? Let me just tidy that up, and we'll continue. Well, that's definitely resolved a few situations. Okay, so I've removed the enemy. Looks like I'd forgotten to put a pinned marker on this guy over here, so because he was pinned from last fire. As soon as you take your hit, you're automatically pinned. So apologise for that. But we've got an enemy pinned here, so there's still a volume of fire marker on there, and there's still a volume of fire marker on there, so that's going to be going in a second. So we are still 2 or more occupied cards under VOF markers, but we're going to drop to in a minute, just plain contact. Okay. So what is the next step? So the enemy have got to now determine what they're going to do with these 2 LAT teams. Are they both litter teams? Oh, he's paralysed. Okay. I think he's going to withdraw as well. But let's just do it properly. Go through the chart. No guessing. That's half the problem with this game. If you guess, you're probably going to get it wrong. Okay, so we're looking at the enemy LAT pinned activity check. Oh, there's 2 cards. So technically I've got to work out which one to do first. So the more northern one, or the top of the map, is the first card. There's only 2 of them. So we're looking at number 1. So it is the paralysed guy that we're looking at. Okay. So, and as you can see, you can go through all that, but the last one is paralysed team not on an opposing unit's card. It says automatically no action. Okay, there's no other option for him there. So, auto, no action. Right. Then the other guy, who is a litter team, bringing that back up, litter teams are brought up near the bottom there. Actually, going back on that, you do the pinned first. Oh, right, sorry, my bad. Going back on that paralysed, you've got pinned on the same card, pinned on, he's pinned and undercover. So in actual fact, we do the first, second, third, fourth option down there because he is pinned and he's undercover. So 1 to 2 on a 4 is no action. 3 on a 4 is a rally, and a 4 on a 4 he actually falls back. So yeah, paralyzes if he was not pinned. He does 4. He falls back, and as we know from what we've just done, effectively out of the game. Yeah, on. Okay, so that just leaves the litter team, who is also pinned. So again, looking at this table here, pinned, but he's on the same card as me now. So I've got my assault team on there. So pinned on same card as opposing unit and not undercover, he is undercover. So pinned on same card as an opposing unit and undercover is the second option on there, and it's 1 to 5. So we draw a card, looking at number 5, and that's telling us he does option 5. Let's just double check what that is. Option 5, he also falls back. These Germans are bugging out. Okay, he falls back on there, which, as it says there, move into cover if as per falls back off map are removed from play. That is classed off map. The map is consisting of, well, let me just double check that, make sure I'm not diddling the system. Okay, I think I'm doing this right. So yeah, because the limit of my expanse, if they fall back off the edges here or over that line there, they are removed from play. So he's got a goal, which is unfortunate. I would like to have captured him, but there we go. They're gone too. So, but we've still got to contact B there to resolve. If that's incorrect, if by placing cards I've expanded the map and they can fall back on there, please let me know in the comments. But it does say enemy fallback is on one of the cards. Let me actually bring the card up. Let me find it first, but yeah, that might be. Okay, so let's have a look at this chart here. So enemy fallback rule 8.63. Fallback one card towards own side of map, random if it's unclear, because I mean my guys could fall back. Select card according to these priorities, and the first priority is off map if at the edge of own side or currently beyond left or right boundaries. And then it's what happens there is removed from play. If at the edge of own side. It's a little I'm not 100% sure of that, but that's what I've seen other people do when they come off the map. These extra cards are called map expansion. But yeah, so let me know in the comments. I think that's correct what I've done. I'm not gonna. Should I dig deeper? I think probably yeah. Okay, I've been doing it wrong. So I've just double checked on Board Game Geek, and there has been a question asked about that very situation. This card here will not get placed, so let me just actually remove that card, unlock it and return it back to the deck. Flip it, put it back, and then shuffle. Right, okay. So the Germans that were on this card here would fall back to here. Now I don't extend the map, so they are removed from play. Because it said straight back. The only time I need to expand the map is if I need to determine where an enemy unit is placed, not moved. Whereas here, there was a card for it to already go to. So that German unit is returned and it goes to there and becomes unspotted. The litter team that was here will also go back into here, and this unit will go back into there. So I'm going to do that now and then see where we go. So let me just pause that again. Okay, so I think that's correct. So the squad that was in this trench falls back to here and is now still unspotted. These have fallen back, which was the litter team. It still remains pinned, and paralysed unit here still remains pinned. So if there had been no cards here, and this guy had fallen back, then it would have been removed as well. Okay, if that's still not correct and anyone knows the actual answer, but that's what I sort of read from my interpretation from the clarification on BGG. I think they need to clarify that a little bit more in the rules. I think it's the first time that it's something I would say it's not been properly covered in the rules. So it's going to happen. And they'll probably say, well, you're not reading it right. Well, that's the way I read it. So, okay. Yeah. It seems about right. The way I'm looking at it at the present moment, because it didn't seem like that's why I questioned it further, because there was map cards there. So the extended map does count for the fallback, but you don't place additional cards. So, because normally cards are expanded when potential contacts are resolved. Okay, so the mutual capture and retreat phase. Says capture any paralysed or litter team alone on a card. So that's why I hope they hadn't fallen back, because I would have captured that litter team, which would be another prisoner. But they fall back. Seems like they know what they're doing. So there's no potential prisoners. Retreat any unpinned paralysed team. Now, have I got any unpinned paralysed team? I mean, he's unpinned. Do I want to retreat him? Unpinned under a volume of fire. Well, there's actually now only. Does he cease fire? I suppose he. No, he doesn't. He's got to receive an order to cease fire, so he doesn't cease fire. That artillery's coming off. So there's no retreat. There's no vehicles. We're not playing vehicles at the moment. Right. So fire mission update segment. So that has now gone. Okay. So we're now left with only one card with a volume of fire on it. So that changes from engage, which says 2 or more occupied cards, to contact. One friendly occupied or enemy occupied card is under a volume of fire marker, or at least one spotted enemy is on the map. Okay, well, it's only our guy firing into nothing there. Well, it might not be nothing in a moment. So we're under contact, so I better change that there. State is contact, because that will be important for the potential contact evaluation segment, where we've got to work out what this is, because we've got no one on this card as yet. So what is this contact B? Right. Okay, so again, let's have a look at this card. We're looking at type of PC marker is B, and we're at contact, we're drawing 5 cards. So, okay, we're looking for the word contact on them. 1, 2, that's because there's cover, that says nothing. On the 4th one, we get contact, we've got to draw all 5, remember, so there is more contact. Okay, so we've got to work out what this packet is. So it's a PCB, and we're drawing a D10. So draw a card. Say D10 is number, is that 6? It looks like 6. It is 6. Okay, package 6. Sorry, result 6 is package 5. We found a machine gun nest with either an LMG or a HMD. On 1, it's an LMG. It is an LMG because if we look at the number under the 2 number, which says 1. So it is an LMG with 6 ammo. And it's not spotted. And then we've got to work out the range. Oh, interesting. 1 or 2, it's point blank. 3 to 10, it's maximum line of sight range. So we're looking at the number 10 now. And we draw a 4 on that card. Yeah, under the net is 4. So it's at maximum LOS. Okay, so we're looking from this card here, so we might as well move the B there. maximum, and as we've already, that's close, that's long, up. We have to tell you from which angle this, it could be to the front, to the left, or to the right. So we've got to draw another card to see where it is. Okay, and this we're looking at 1 to 8. That looks like the number 2. Yeah, number 2 is to the front. Okay, so going back on that, to the front from this hex, from this square here, square card. Right, so that's close, long, so there could be something here. If that's a hill, it'll be placed there. Otherwise, wait a minute, an LMG has got what range on it? LMG team, machine gun team. He's got long, he hasn't got very long. Right, so you don't have to look for another hill. So let's bring this down. Boom, 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 boom. He's got 6 ammo as it's been defined. There, and change that to 6, stake 6. There we go. And what did it say? Foxhole? Machine gun nest. 6 ammo and a foxhole. There's a foxhole there. Right, so let's put that in the order I want it. There, and then there. And because if it was a HMG, it would have been spotted, but he's a light machine gun, so he's unspotted. So he gets one of those as well. Right, so where did his puppet? Oh, why did I turn them round? There we go. Come back. Too far. Right. Yeah, it's looking at the screen and trying to remember controls. So that's the card that's been activated from. There's no hill on either of those two cards. Remember, it's close and long, so that's his maximum place, but he wouldn't be able to see from there, so he gets placed on there. To the front. Okay, so attach them. There we go. So they're in a foxhole. There's a spotted enemy on that card, so that means the LMG can spot as well. You can't have spotted and unspotted on the same card. So, yeah. Okay, so that does now bring a volume 1 fire on there, which will affect me because so I need to put a PDF marker then. Place PDF. That'll go there, and that will rotate then. There it goes, round and round, too far. Okay, so he's firing on my guy here, who knows there's a trench, but he hasn't got there yet because he couldn't go in the trench because there was a German in there at the time. He can't fire back because he's only got point blank range. So that, hold on, further. Right, so there was only one potential contact we had to work out there. What did I do with that B marker? There it is. I can bring that down to so I will get experience from looking at that. Okay, next up then, pinned recovery segments. Remove pin markers from any vehicle or infantry units that are not under a volume of fire marker. So these are no longer under a volume of fire, so they remove pinned. They are not under a volume of fire, so they remove pinned, and so does that paralysed team there. Okay, I don't think there's anybody else that's pinned. Nope. Okay, combat effect segment. Right. So at the present moment, there's only one card with a volume of fire marker on it, and that means we're still under contact rather than engage. Unfortunately, it's my guy that's under a volume of fire marker, so let's see. We've got the German who will fire from up here. Let's zoom in a little bit, get close and personal. Well, I might have to consume his ammo. That goes from 6 down to 5, boom, and yeah, so let's work out the odds. So that's +2 for the terrain itself. What actually? It's a wood. Okay. +2, -1 for the fire. net +1. Net +1. +1 is a miss. Woohoo! That's nice. Okay, that's the only one there. So we now do clean up. Press the clean up button. Are you sure you want to clean up? Okay. Turn marker 1 turn, so we shouldn't be on 1 going into turn 8. There it is. Right, just a quick then. We have technically secured this now because there's no Germans on it and we are on it, so that is secure. Better make sure I don't make it look like I'm in the trench. So I'll keep myself down here. So we just have to secure that and then get to turn 10 and we will win this mission. Guaranteed the Germans are going to mess around with that little plan. But yeah, let's bring this back to the top and have a little chinwag. Okay. Little bit of rules questions there with regards to the fallback and the cards. I think I've done it right. If I haven't, let me know in the comments. I intend to actually shoot turn 8 pretty much straight after this and go through that, but it will be released later on as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit the like button. It all helps the channels. If you haven't subscribed already, why not? It doesn't cost you anything. And if you hit the little notification bell, you'll know as and when I update anything further. Any comments I answer, so let me know. A, did I make any mistakes? B, what you thought of the video? C, what we could do to improve, etc. If you do want to help out the channel in a financial way, you could do a super thanks, which is all at the bottom of the screen there, or you could become a channel member. That helps me out fiscally. I mean, I've just updated my software. That did cost me some money, so it's nothing's free in this world, unfortunately. There's not a YouTube little thing where you can get that kind of software for nothing. So even if it helps me with a coffee, it all helps. So yeah, that's the sales pitch, if you like. Other than that, yeah, I want to shoot turn 8. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's a fascinating game. I've been following Dads versus Sons videos. If you want to go and check it again, it's in my description below. Go over to his channel. He's playing the game on Vassal, and it's the same mission in Normandy, and it's completely and utterly different. And that's what is the beauty of this game. You can play it. You could theoretically play the same mission multiple times, and it wouldn't be the same. However, in Normandy, there's 7 missions which ramp up the campaign. After Normandy, there's it just in this one box alone. Okay, you've got Korea and you've got Vietnam. And then for this as well, there's an expansion which is Battle of the Bulge. So there's enough playing. Each of those are campaigns with X amount of missions. So yeah, enough to keep you quiet for a while. Oh, I had to pause for a sneeze there, sorry. Yeah, enough to keep you quiet for a while. And then obviously there's Fields of Fire 2, which has been it needs a little bit of work on it, to be fair. The campaigns have got errors and errata on them. I don't have to wait. I mean, this box is going to keep me quiet for God knows how long. Never mind Fields of Fire 2. And Field of Fire 3 is still in P500. So, yeah. And I still want to play other games. What do I do? You know what I do? I play them. Anyway, until next time, remember, play games, have fun, buy internet. Internet? Well, we got there.